26 years ago, I got a backpack on, moved from Birmingham. I was living in a squat, being me, being odd. And got here and Oxford threw its arms around me and took me in. It's a peculiar, magical, wondrous city. It is everything everybody thinks it is on the television. It is Brideshead Revisited. It is Inspector Morse. It is Philip Pullman. But it's also the Cowley Road and the BMW plant and this enormous melting pot. It's a tiny little market town that happens to have 52 castles in the middle of it because of the university. And I ended up here, walked through the door in this very pub and asked for a job, and slowly ended up barman, manager, and then got a phone call asking if we wanted to buy the pub because it was up for grabs 5 years ago, and came back, rebuilt the insides, restructured it, reinvented it, and enjoy every second, even the crazy, terrible bits. So I'm an illustrator, but I run a pub. But what the pub does is give me an income and, more importantly, an enormous amount of time. I'm time rich, which is the greatest thing a creative can ever ask for. Oxford is constantly questioning, constantly asking questions of everything, and that's how you move forward. Oxford's a melting pot, and this pub is a crucible inside the melting pot because the LGBT community come from everywhere, and the people who support and enjoy a safe, gentle pub come in. So we do have bishops talking to road sweepers, talking to poets who are road sweepers, talking to postmen who are talking to professors, who are talking to everybody, and it's a big mix of people. This is the embassy. That's what the flag says. It's an embassy where everybody can walk through that door, but it's our soil. So you have to follow our rules, which is tolerance, and beyond tolerance, absolute acceptance. The one thing we do is we police it quite carefully to make it safe.
Yeah.
We demand tolerance of everybody except us.
Yeah.
We're very intolerant of intolerance.
Am I right in saying that this building has been a gay pub since 1982?
It has. Since before, it's been an LGBTQ owned pub since then. But prior to that, it became owned by a gay man because it was a gay-based pub.
And that is, I believe, one of the longest running gay-owned pubs. Is that the right phrase?
Yeah, one of the
longest running.
4 oldest, 2 still functioning in the country. We like to think we help Oxford. Oxford Pride is now the biggest cultural event in Oxford. Yeah, we did. We set up the terrible village fate worse than death, which was Oxford Pride, which was like an episode of Father Ted, but it kicked off and a spark was lit, and it carried on and grew, and then what really set it ablaze was Maz Image came and got involved and browbeat and bullied everybody quite rightly into doing the parade, into the march, which we hadn't done. And she was absolutely right, and that just went boom. And that march now is a glory through the streets of Oxford.
Makes me cry every time.
And just through one of the most beautiful cities in the world. People on television, very powerful people with a mouthpiece, are saying they are not a human being, they are not who they think they are, that they're scum, that they're nobody. And Pride says you are somebody, and you can be whomever you wish to be. And we will fight us idiots that have crawled out the trenches and survived with all the shrapnel through the 80s and the 90s, and our older sisters and brothers and non-binary and trans who've been around a lot longer than us and fought a lot harder than we fought, because they do matter, you know. And not just the kids, there are people in their 60s, 70s, 80s who feel lost, who may only have just realised that they're part of the LGBTQ community. And they are part. As soon as you decide you're a part, you're a part. That's how it works. That's how membership works. And they are a part of it. And it's our job to stand up to the pointless, pathetic human beings who feel that they can only define themselves by hating somebody else. I don't care about them. They're irrelevant to me. They can go away. And if I make their day a little bit more annoying just by existing, I'm more than happy with that.